Alright everyone, welcome to Jasper's History Facts. Da-na-na. Well, today is October the 18th. On this day, in 1867, after much deliberation, the purchase of the Russian colony of Alaska is approved, and the flag of the United States is flown over the capital of Sitka. This is obviously the purchase of Alaska. It won't be a state for quite some time still. Obviously, this is 1867. Alaska's not a state till much later. But this is still a big deal. Now, it will not be known as a big deal quite yet. It'll actually be known as quite the fool's decision. And it'll be initially called Seward's Folly. Seward is the Secretary of State. That he's the one that kind of works out the deal, helps put this purchase through. And it is initially seen as kind of a mistake. Alaska, the reason the Russians were even willing to sell it, which they sold it for very, 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 very cheap. It was basically a steal. Probably almost as much of a steal, not quite as much, but pretty close to the Louisiana Purchase that the United States also made from Napoleon. But Alaska is just seen as this worthless hump of land up north that ain't got nothing really. Some fishing businesses, but even those were starting to go, and that's why the Russians were willing to sell it. However, what was not known at the time, and wouldn't be known for at least a decent bit of time, would be the vast amounts of gold and oil sitting in Alaska. Now, obviously, by the 1860s, oil isn't as big of a necessity anyway, so even if people would have seen it, it would have been whatever, it was something that people used, but it's not. But crude oil, which is what it is just not as important yet, but it will be. But gold, that is super important, has been through all of human history, will probably always continue to be. And there's lots of gold up in them there hills, as they would say. But the Russians never found it. It was kind of hidden to some degree. But the U.S. goes in. They own the colony for quite a while until eventually somebody finds gold, and then there's the big old Alaskan gold rush. Causes a lot of people to move up there, and it's actually kind of one of the reasons that Alaska, to some degree, is still so populated today, because of that gold rush. Same with California. But now you know.